do is going forward, any Empire artists that go platinum or gold, I'm gonna give them a necklace. So this ain't mine. I'm taking it off my neck and I'm giving it to my man Tyson Bowling, better known as Money Man. And this is a new tradition.
What up, y'all? BAM TV, by any means TV, hitting you in the face with the truth. Yeah, we're gonna go over part 2 of our series called Dirty Game. The title of this is called Start Your Empire. It's where we focus on my man Ghazi. As you know, he's had a lot of artists on his label, a lot of artists that died, but a lot of artists that's made an impact on the game. But we're just gonna pretty much focus on him, how he got his start, and pretty much what he does specifically, and how he started his label. Check this out.
Most of the major labels are domestic, and then they have sister companies in those regions.
That's right. That's the shit that people don't understand. People on the outside looking in don't get that.
Yeah.
When you hear people sign to Columbia or RCA or Atlantic, that's a domestic deal.
Yeah,
that's a domestic deal.
That's overseas, something that
you're with someone entirely else. You're just with Sony UK, Sony. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
That's something that we did a lot different when we wired our company. I have international employees all over the world in key markets like Nigeria, Indonesia, China, Europe, Latin America, so that when we push the button in the United States, it should get a global push. Because for an artist like yourself, if you look at your streaming numbers, I would imagine 30 or 40% of your streams are coming from outside the U.S.
Man,
so it deserves to have a marketing component.
So as you see, I mean, the man pretty much has his own network. I mean, once you go international, you know what I'm saying? Like, for most people, that's like 30 to 40% of their income, their revenue. So, I mean, again, it's important that you get domestic, but it's also evenly important that you get, international too. And he's mastered that from the point of, his distributing company operates, and probably, other than technology side, because technology, of course, with the apps and the streaming apps, you dominate that, you dominate the world. But specifically, like airwave play, you know what I'm saying, over those radio stations out there, it's crazy. He can get crazy. I mean, as you see, you know what I'm saying, you got King Von up there, RIP to the young man, you got Key Glock, you got Lil Duval, King Combs, Puff Daddy's son. Like, it's a few questionable names, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even on no skepticism. I'm just really trying to gauge the temperature of, like, this record distribution company, because here it is. They preach independence, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a back-end deal, though, you know what I'm saying? Because you still got to, it's like a prepaid phone, man. You still got to pay, you know what I'm saying, per minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's a whole thing to it. Like, you'll see later on, you know what I'm saying, an artist will explain that, you know what I'm saying, exactly how it goes, But it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying, how many artists do this. A lot are successful. I'm not here to play negative, you know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know, but in the same sense, it's like there were a lot of artists on here that unfortunately passed away. And in thinking about that, it's like, is it because they were not pretty much paying in the back end that they owed? Maybe they was fronting something that they thought that they could pay back and they couldn't. Or memaybe that artist got too big to where, you know what I'm saying, like, it wasn't controlled and they was making more money without you than with you. I mean, it can go a lot of ways, man. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, just looking at this list, it's just crazy. It's a lot of artists on here, like, old generation and, young generation now. I'm an 80s baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of names on here that I see that I'm familiar with, and it's crazy. I never knew. But y'all check this out, man.
Want me to explain to you what hip-hop is?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Let me explain to you what hip-hop is. The worst loan you could ever make. When you sign to a major label, that money that they give you, let's say they give you $800 grand, right? That's a loan. You have to pay back that loan with interest. So if you don't make back that 800 grand, what they do is they put you in the red, but you can still be hot, and you didn't make back that 800 grand. So you can still be hot. So they'll give you another album, and they'll give you instead of 800 grand, they'll give you 1.2 this time, right? So now, but you're still in the hole for that 800. You understand? Mm-hmm. But now you got another 1.2, and if you don't make that, then you're just in the red for both. And this is a loan with interest that you don't get nothing out of. Hip hop is not meant for the artist to win. It's never been meant for the artist to win. And the more and more you learn, the more and more you read your contracts, the more and more it's disturbing.
Doc told me that shit, bro. Doc told me that shit, bro. Doc told me this shit, bro. He's like, bro, yeah, bro, I'm getting too much. Doc told me, bro, I'm getting too much motherfucking money, bro. I'm getting too much fucking money, bro. He told me that shit, bro. I'm getting too much fucking money, bro. I'm getting too much fucking money, dog. And he told me that shit, bro. And at the same time, like, oh, cool, like, he said, bro, I'm getting too much fucking money, bro. They gonna want to kill me, bro. They gonna want to kill me, bro. He said, right, bro. He said, bro, if I ever find out, he said, bro, if they ever kill me, bro, I want you to go on live, nigga, and talk your shit, bro. If they ever kill me, bro, and that's all, nigga, exactly what I'm finna do, dog. If they ever kill me, bro, they go on live, nigga, talk your.
And that's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you know, the man wanted to dominate. And to the latter, you know what I'm saying, Empire also wanted to dominate. It's about making money. And hell, who offers the most? Like, yeah, you might have a lot of clientele, but, I mean, how you gonna distribute to that clientele without me? It's a 50-50 game, man. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know better. A lot of these artists really don't know the game, and you gotta pay to play, man.
Boy, you know what I mean? It's a machine. It's called a machine for a reason. You know what I mean? You got marketing. You got marketing on the streets. You got marketing on the air, on the radio, marketing on the internet. You got you got everything. All this shit. It's a machine. You can't just do this over here and not do this over here. It's like, nah, bro. It's a machine.
So you can't be broke independent.
Man, y'all be seeing these folks, man. Y'all be seeing these folks, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all be seeing these folks. I ain't got to say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, since day one. You know what I mean? Like, all of my music, any project, all of them said Paper Route Empire, all the way up to this day.
I mean, and as you see here, Empire, you know, it's distribution, you know what I'm saying, you know, label that works independently with the artist. You know, it's kind of like a prepaid deal. You pretty much get what you pay, you know what I'm saying? But as you see, they netted, you know, $30 million. And check this video out, man.
He's finna buy a record label. He's finna buy, Dolph was finna buy a fucking, Dolph was finna be 50-50 with Empire, nigga. Dolph had enough money to be 50-50 with Empire, nigga. The same nigga that signed him, nigga, when Soulja Boy said that shit, when Soulja Boy came out with that little bullshit ass statement, like, oh, Dolph ain't independent. When someone, nigga, Dolph came to the Empire, to the niggas like, hey, let me buy this bitch. Let me buy this bitch. Dolph came to them motherfuckers. Let me buy this bitch. Let me be co-owner in Empire.
Trying to dominate. As you should think, you know what I'm saying? But in the same sense on the latter, I mean, it is Buddy Company, and he didn't work his ass off to get that. You know, I ain't gonna sit here and just play one side, you know what I'm saying? I'm hitting you with the truth. So, I mean, y'all check this out. Y'all tell me what y'all think below, man.
I think the beauty of the way Empire does business is we are from top to bottom all about supporting the artist. So you could call me on a Sunday morning as a CEO of the company and say, I want to drop in 3 hours, and I'll make sure to facilitate that it's out on Apple Music in 3 hours. So
come on. You can't make sure it's out on Apple Music in 3 hours. Apple Music is playing with how fucking
give me a record tonight and I have it on Apple Music by it's 9:40 right now.
I'm gonna do one song with Empire to test that.
It's gonna be on Apple, right?
Send it to me.
One song with you to fucking.
I'll send you an Apple link in about 30 minutes.
It's gonna
Send me a record.
So as you see, the man had ties with Atlantic. Um, on top of that, how he just pretty much called dude bluff, like, yeah, man, I can put you on Apple because I have ties with all of that. I'm my own distributing company. So I mean, I want you to check it out.
Here's the beauty of Empire. It's all the autonomy of TuneCore, but then you have the size and the strength of a major behind you when and if you need it at any given moment.
Because
Plus,
don't you work close with Atlantic though, right?
I used to many years ago, not anymore.
So they don't have any involvement in Empire business.
No, not at all. No, I did a JV with Atlantic for Drum in 2014 for the same exact reasons that you did a JV with Columbia. I didn't have a radio team yet, and I wanted to learn the radio game. So I did a JV with them. It lasted 2 years. It expired, and I was always independent. I just gave them one artist. I gave them Drum.
Basic artist contract, it was made for the artist to be. It was not made for the artist. It was made for the artist to always have to need the record label. Because let's suppose you juried out. You got that 800. Remember I said 800 for the first album? You got that 800. You spent 400 immediately. And then you spent 400 on jury. And then you got all your show money.
Right.
You went and got a house and you went and got cars. And you went and got moms. But now you got to live up to that. Now you're an $800,000 dude a year. You got to have that. So now you go 1.2. Most people would dumb it down. But they want to wear Gucci.
Right.
They want to wear Louis.
Right.
They want to have a,
Right.
So what are you getting in that deal then, right? If you're given 800 and then 1.2, is it just the platform? Are you put in the red just for the platform, just for all of those things?
See, I can't
Or do you
generalize
retain
it
anything?
because there's different things. Like if it was Bobby Shmurda had the biggest buzz in the world. But now if it's Shmurda Bobby, who we've never heard of, that 800 might do him very well. That 800 might really get his family out of Liberty City, might really get his family out of 40 projects. You know what I'm saying? If an artist has never transitioned to signing himself, then that artist has been pimped his whole life. Because for my second album, I signed myself. I figured my first album, I got jerked.
Right.
So I made up a record label, didn't tell the label that I owned it, continued to do business with them, but I told them, you got to do business with this label. So they signed on to do business with the label, be partners with the label, and they didn't know that I was the owner of the label. Make some noise for me.
Kudos to you, Nori. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, you still be looking bogus a lot of the times too, though, low key out here, man. But anyway, man, that was part 2 of Dirty Game. I want y'all to like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I got another part, coming up. I'm gonna have to work on that. But y'all go back and check part 1 out, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of get the gist of where I'm going with this. Love y'all. Get your blicks ready. It's time to go to war.